Hey guys, welcome to the True Blue Chat. And today we have a very special guest, my man Cody. And to be honest, guys, this pre came off very raw because I actually don't even know much about Cody, and he's actually been in sales for way longer than me now. So it would be you will actually see a proper conversation and actually go into what Cody learned over his sales experience and on his way to earn 10K in remote sales. So hopefully you guys will learn from this episode, and obviously at the end we're going to set our three things for Cody and revisit in 3 months time to see if he actually truly achieve it and keep him accountable. Okay, Cody, introduce yourself.
Fatty. What's
Like,
up, Fatty?
how's your story? Like, what got you in sales? Because I know that you've been doing sales for longer than me.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Appreciate you having me on board. I've been in sales for probably about like 5, 6 years all up. It's a bit of a blur, honestly. It's broken up. So I started in door to door back when I was young, maybe like around 18 years old. Did door to door solar sales for about 2 years. Went back into a trade for a little while. Tried out like an electrician apprenticeship. Did scaffolding for a bit. Hated that. And yeah, decided to get back into sales. Been back in sales for maybe the last 4 years, 4 years consistently now, and been remote for 14, 15 months now. So yeah, going good so far.
So before you were just doing mostly face-to-face sales, right? But then 14,
Yeah.
15 months ago, you transitioned into remote space. And you know what got you in the remote space? Like, is it a friend or what happened?
No, I actually fell into it. Funny story. I fell into it. I was doing home and land sales. That was, I guess you could say it was remote, but I was working out of an office, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't face to face. Um, I was doing home and land sales for a little while and really hated that. It wasn't a bad role, promised the world, ate shit for many years, honestly. I was earning like 20, 30K annually.
That's tough.
So yeah, yeah, tough, very tough. So I was following this guy on Instagram, big fitness like coach, and he posted on his story that he needed sales guys. So I sent him a message, jumped on a phone, and long story short, that's how I landed my first sales role, my first remote sales role. But yeah, that's how it happened.
And how was the money? But because like most people when they start remote sales, it's actually their first ever sales position. So because you already have
Yeah.
the past experience, did you earn good money or like how was it like in your first offer in the remote space?
In the remote space blew my mind, honestly. I had no idea that the remote sales space was like the remote sales industry was as big as it is, right? So went from making 20 to 30K annually selling home and land, jumped on remote sales, instantly started making 10K months. So that blew my mind. I was like, fucking hell, what have I been doing for so long? Um, but it was pretty volatile. The type of lead flow, right? Lead flow towards the start of the year, really good, very good quality leads. Because I think, I don't know, new year, new me type stuff, right? Everyone wants to get into their fitness, New Year's resolutions. Towards the end of the year, towards Christmas, it really started to die down. The
Mm-hmm.
lead flow was shit, lead quality was shit. And yeah, as a result, just wasn't making as much money as I was, right? And kind of just getting, I didn't like that volatility. I wanted a
Mm-hmm.
bit of consistency in earning potentials. Um, but yeah, that was my first introduction to about 10K months. 10K months, they didn't last for too long, maybe started to die down towards October or November, and then found myself in True Blues. The rest is history. Here I am.
Bam, bam. And like so, I guess like how long you did you stay on that fitness offer?
I was there for about a year.
A year. And instantly you straight
Yeah,
into closer or as a setter?
yeah. No, I went straight into, so when I was doing home and land, I was setting for maybe about 3 months, started closing, and then went to that fitness offer, started closing instantly. They didn't have setters, it was just one call closes, right? So people would inquire, I call them, spend 15 minutes on the phone, sell. That's done super easy. So yeah, started closing straight away.
Okay, I see. And I truly believe like, but then again, you have a biggest advantage compared to like most guy who got into the remote space, simply down
Yeah.
to you done sales for like at least 3 years before that, right?
Mm.
So you already know how to speak to people. It just really translate to a different product, and that's how you're able to make that 10K instantly. Where most people they came in, they don't even know how to have a proper conversation or lead into the next step, right?
Exactly.
So now
Yeah.
obviously finish the offer, and you got into True Blue, and you're on another different offer now. So tell me, like, how did it happen in the True Blue?
I found myself in True Blues. Actually, funny story, right? So towards the end of last year, when I was still on that fitness offer, lead flow was down, wasn't making the money that I wanted to make, and I just got a bit bored, right? I felt like I hit my head on the ceiling. No room for progression in the role. Like I wanted to chase down. I wanted opportunities to progress into a like a management role, right? To manage a team, etc. So I knew I wanted to leave. I wanted to leave for quite a while. Didn't know what I was going to do. So I invested into a sales training course, SUS course, one of those guaranteed placement courses, scammy vibes. Invested into one of them. And then a Jinkia reached out to me because he was in that sales training course as well. And I actually closed a Jinkia on my fitness offer. So he recognized my name when I joined up into the sales training, reached out to me, was like, "Hey bro, what's up? You closed me on the fitness offer, etc. etc." That was funny. He added me into True Blues, and yeah, reached out to Benny, one of the other boys in there, found this current offer through True Blues, and yeah, it's a lead gen offer for real estate agents. So yeah, what was the question? Does that answer your question? Sorry, I
Yeah,
went off on
that's
a little
that's
bit of a
that's
rant.
answered the question perfectly. That's answered
Yeah,
perfectly. Okay, so you met Benny, which if the people know is one of the sales recruiter guy on True Blue, and
yep.
obviously he worked for another company, and that's
Mhm.
how Cody was able to jump on the Legion offer. So how's the offer been going for you? Like, what are the things that you've been learning from it? Any obstacles so far? Consider it's a totally different niche and
Yeah,
ICP.
for sure. It's been hard. Honestly, the first month I made 3.5K. So that was hard. And it's just, yeah, you're right. Completely new industry, new client avatar, like selling to real estate agents. And they're notoriously hard to sell to, right? So selling to real estate agents, first time closing over Zoom, first time doing a presentation, and it was a very slow start. That first month, I was like, fuck, hell, what have I gotten myself into? Like it was hard. But yeah, this last month in May, that was in April. May's been good. Started to see some really good traction. Benny's been helping me out a lot. He's actually managing us now, so we meet probably like 10 hours a week, 2 hours a day, doing sales training. So very grateful for that. But yeah, it's been going good, going really good. Seeing some really good traction.
Yes, it's very common because actually now before you just over the phone, which you only have your voice and you only do for
Yeah.
what 50 minutes, right? But now it's like half an
Yeah.
hour or
Yeah.
45. You can feel the pressure and you can feel the tension. And when you chart the
Yeah.
price, it's totally different from the fitness, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. You're exactly right. Phone. I mean, I guess phone and Zoom isn't too. There's not too much difference. But going from selling, doing like a 15-minute sale to now, I'm spending sometimes even 2 hours on Zoom with these guys, doing like a presentation. Very different. So yeah, good. It took me a little while to get my head around, but yeah, it's been going good. Seeing some good traction.
So in terms of like, for new guy or from the seller moving to a closer or like a closer moving to another offer, what could be your tip or your process of learning a new process or learning a new ICP so it can actually get ramped up as quick as possible?
Yeah, for sure. So, what I did, I mean, just study calls, listen to calls. Before I started, I was even before I started, because I had about a month break from leaving the fitness offer to starting this new offer. I went to Japan, went on a little bit of a holiday, just relaxed a bit, right? And through Japan, I was just studying these calls for this new offer, this real estate lead gen. So find who the best closer is, study their calls, listen to their calls over and over and over again, write down the way they word things and their sales processes, etc., etc. If they have a script, look at the script, rewrite it in your own way, put your own little spin on it, and just I filmed lots of Loom videos as well, like Loom videos of me pitching, going through the process, just so I could watch over it and make little tweaks and whatnot. So yeah, that's how I do things. Just get in the deep end, study calls, practice pitching to yourself, and yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there in no time.
Because when you say pitching to yourself, is that really remind me of what Wiley used to say. The, the only time you truly understand why you asked the people that question, what information you got from the question, is by do the script on yourself, right? And that's
Yeah,
that's that's how
exactly
you
right.
feel like the resonance of the script.
For sure, 100%.
Now, Cody, we obviously where you at right now, right? So, what's your plan for your offer in the next, by August, by um, you know, September, 3 months,
3 months
yeah.
from here. So my goal when I started this offer was to get a 10K payout within 3 months. It's 2 months in. So June, I need a payout of 10K. Generated 10K already in commissions, but payout, I want it to land in my bank account, right? So 10K payout by next month. But within the 3 months, I'm chasing down a 20K month, I think. 20K month within 3 months would be fucking banger. I'd love that. And we'll make that a payout as well, not just generated. I want that to hit my account in 1 month. That'll be good.
So for you to be able to generate that 20K, what do you feel like could be the next walking step?
What was that? Say that again.
So for you to be able to generate 20K a month, what could be your
Yep.
focus, point for the next 3 months? What are the thing that you would focus on to be able to do that?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Still just learning as much as I can, studying calls, doing sales training, doing role plays, getting those reps in, objection handling. Just keep doing what I'm doing. I feel like once people get to a certain point, they kind of ease off the gas a little bit, right? In terms of what am I trying to say here? Like if they get to a certain point, right, and to get to that certain point, they had to do role plays and do all this study. Once they get a bit comfortable, they kind of ease off from the studies and role plays a little bit. Fuck that, keep going, right? Don't give up on the thing that got you there in the first place. So just keep doing exactly what I'm doing right now, studying, learning, doing sales training, again, doing 2 hours of sales training a day right now with the boys at on this offer. So very grateful for that. Just yeah, keep doing my thing. Keep sharpening the sword.
100%, 100%. Now, in terms of like studying, right? Because everybody say, oh, you have to study your craft or you work on, you know, your skill set. Have you watched Lachlan, recent video about con review?
Have I watched a recent video about core reviews, or have I watched my core reviews?
Recent video about con review and Lachlan create a video in the score. I don't think so.
No. Oh, right. I have actually watched that. Yeah, I saw that come through. I watched a little bit of it, not in its entirety. That's thanks for reminding me. I need to go through that.
But what I'm trying to say here is like when you say study or work on your skill set, it's very vague.
Yep.
Obviously, for the people who not in the game yet or still in like their first year of the game, it's hard
Uh-huh.
for them to define what is work or what study, right? So what could
For
be
sure.
like the specific question or specific thing that you set out during your con review session or skill training session that can actually make it specific, make it quantifiable, and make it easy for them to
Yeah.
get better.
Great question. Great question. I don't have set points that I'm looking for when I'm reviewing my calls. The way I like to review my calls is is to see how I'm wording things. Like if I'm stuttering, if I'm mumbling a little bit, like if I'm trying to tell a prospect something and it's not coming across in the way that I need it to go, right? And maybe they're not understanding it. I study that point and sit down and maybe say it back to myself. Like different ways to word things, different ways, different tonality, like inflections. Um, I feel as if it's a great question, man. I don't have set points that I'm looking for when I'm reviewing my calls. I'm just looking for if I'm happy with how it sounds, if I'm happy with the way I'm structuring the call, etc., etc. Right? Um, but yeah, you're putting things into perspective because I know I do need set structure on what I need to. I saw that video come through from Lockie, and it put things into perspective. I should be doing a lot more with my call reviews, not just listening to them and making mental notes. I should be doing a lot more.
And it's probably not even do you even do more because you actually more impact but in less time. But because
Yeah,
yeah, that's what being specific allow you to do, right? It's just like a
yeah,
sniper. It's very pinpoint but
for
big
sure.
impact. But now obviously you've been in the game for the now what 6 year, 5 year.
Yeah, 5 6 years, give or take. Yeah, around about that.
So let's just say you have to give advice for Cody when he had those 18-year-old first door to door sales. What would you tell him?
Put in the work. I was fucking hopeless when I first started. I didn't think of that door to door sales as sales. More, it was more so just a job, like easy money. I had a base of about $500. So it was more of a, yeah. I just didn't put in work. So I feel like 18-year-old door to door sales, Cody. Not the best example. We'll go maybe like 20-year-old home and land sales, Cody. Put in the work. Keep your head down. Don't don't get shiny object syndrome. Offer matters a lot. Don't let people take advantage of you. But if you're on a shit offer, if you're not making, if you're not seeing the results that you want to see, and you are putting in the work, fucking, it's probably not for you. Like the offer's probably not for you. You're probably not on the right offer. So get out there, see what else is out there. Keep working. You'll make it. You'll make it one day.
That's a way. That's a way to go, right? But then how about this for the guys that just got started into sales?
Hmm.
What what kind of expectation that you feel like you should set out for them?
There's a lot of there's a lot of these high ticket sales, high ticket closes, high ticket closing influencers out there, right? That are raving on about preaching this like laptop lifestyle, work a few hours a day, go to the beach, travel the world. I feel like that's not the case. Sales will swallow you up, right? There takes a lot of time. There's a lot of time needed. You need to invest a lot of time, a lot of effort into this. So don't expect that you'll be chilling on the beach in Thailand, sipping coconuts, working 2 hours a day, making 10K months. It's not the case. I'm sure there's going to be offers out there that will allow you to do that. Very few and far between, right? So yeah, if you want to make it, it's going to take work. It's going to take a lot of hard work. And you're going to eat shit for a very long time. But as long as you put in the work, as long as you keep your head down and you keep sharpening the sword, right? Keep leveling up. You'll get there eventually. You'll get where you want to go.
Well, that's the way to go, isn't it? And because
Yeah,
I feel like that's a really great expectation to set for the new guys. Because obviously, if we look at your situation, a lot of people just look at your journey. They'd be like, "Oh, this guy jumped to remote sales and make 10K in his fucking
yeah,
3 months." But then they don't see that you earn like 30K annually, like a couple years
yeah,
before. So that's always that's why, guys, I usually say you see so many guys jump into remote sales and instantly make life above 5K a month. The only reason why, because most often, if you actually look at their background, they have already experience speaking to other people.
mhm,
You can see a lot of fitness trainer jump into remote sales and
yeah,
actually do good money because they've been talking to people literally every day. And right,
yeah,
talk to them in the gym, talk to them in the concert, so they can sell the membership. So everything is can be translated. So it's really important for all the guy in the sales to understand that just be the best at whatever you're doing right now, because you never know when it's
Yep,
gonna be used for later, right?
exactly.
So in terms of like Cody, you're making that 20K a month in the next 3 months. Is that everything? Is that like just the top one, or what else you also want to achieve?
Yeah, so I want a I want 20k commission payout within 3 months. I'll be stoked with that. I would like I'm gunning for, I think, 50% offer to close ratio would be good. 50%. What am I on now? Yeah, about 50%. 50% offer to close ratio would be sick. Um, what else? What else do I want to achieve? You wanted three things, right?
Mm-hmm.
50%. We'll do 20k commission payout, 50% offer to close rate, and maybe about, we'll say, minimum 30% call to close rate.
Okay. And how far are we?
How far are we? In terms of
Beside the
20k
money, beside the
commission
money.
payout, beside the money,
In terms of like
what do you
stat,
mean?
in terms of like the logistic, the stat, the number, you put close the percentage.
Closing percentage? Um, let's have a quick look. Offer to close is, I've just lost you. Can you still see me?
Yep.
Yeah, got you. Offer to close right now is like 30%.
Mm-hmm.
Is like 30% or 40. Hang on. What? Why is that? It's around 30%. Something's going on with my projection sheet. It's about 30%, give or take. And call to close rate is uh, bad because there's just a lot of, yeah. Call to close rate is probably around 20%. So a little bit of an increase there to go. Want to get the offer to close rate to about 50%, call to close rate to about 30%. So yeah, bit of work to do on my end.
Okay. I think, guys, that's been an absolute amazing episode today with Cody, and I feel like we have a really good understanding of where he was, where he want to go, and what's the next thing to achieve. So, Cody, where can the people find you?
Where can they find me? Find me on X, Twitter, Cody O'Dana, one word. We'll drop the link down below. But that's really all I'm active on in terms of sales. Everything else a little bit personal. But yeah, Cody O'Dana on X. Otherwise, jump into True Blues, boys. Get amongst it.
Only for Aussie. And
Only for Aussies. Yeah.
what are something that you want to tell the people when they watch this? Anything? It could be anything. It don't have to be an advice.
Um. What are some things? Great question. What are some things I want to tell people? I mean, yeah, get into it, get amongst it, get in sales. It's fun. Put in the work. Try level up in some way. Put in the work. Stop being a little bitch.
Easy. Beautiful. Anyway, guys, see you on the next episode. Peace.